Welcome back to Akame Kill. When we left off, Esdeath and Tatsumi had been teleported to a beach episode by a gremlin. Let's go! Tatsumi asks Esdeath to hurt him because he thinks that the beach episode is an illusion. What an idiot! This is a dream come true! So he thinks that if she hurts him enough, he'll snap out of it. So he closes his eyes, ready to get punched. And then she kisses him! Now, the less intelligent of you out there will be thinking, that's not gonna hurt. Esdeath, what the fuck are you doing? But Esdeath is 10,000 IQ. She's gonna really hurt Tatsumi by making him fall in love with her, and then she's gonna leave him, and all the homies out there who've been through a heartbreak know that hurts way more than any physical pain ever could. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure she's a yandere. I googled it, she's a yandere. But that's not a bad thing. Esdeath then offers Tatsumi a choice, and he fumbles so badly! Sure, all three choices were basically the same thing with extra steps, but how did he mess this up so badly? Esdeath explains her past to Tatsumi, and it was kind of cooked. Her mum died, and her dad was like, yeah, she died because she was kind of a bitch, and Esdeath is like, yep, sometimes bitches die. And then her entire tribe died, because apparently they're all bitches. Her dad's last words to her were, we were defeated because we were all bitches. Don't you be a bitch. Then he died. And then for some reason the gremlin decides to reopen the portal to return them to the mountaintop, when realistically he should have just left them there. They were gonna be so happy. Esdeath was gonna win Tatsumi over. She was so close. 3 weeks away from doing it at least. Tatsumi walks towards the portal. Esdeath's like, no, don't go without me. He goes through the portal first, and then as soon as he's through, he immediately hides. And then Esdeath comes through and is like, he can't have gotten that far. What the fuck? It's the same time. And he's just hiding behind a rock like, don't see me. I'm starting to like Tatsumi. He does everything I would do. He fumbles and then he hides. This is becoming a self-insert anime. I don't know why, but for some reason in episode 15, this anime now has a narrator. Just why? Why add him now? The anime is closer to the finish than it is to the start.
All people must one day turn to ash. So too must nations fall to ruin.
He does sound pretty dope though, no lie. Is this another beach episode? Wave gets launched into orbit by this sentient scarecrow, and the boss is like, we didn't even want to kill him, but I'm sure I could live with his death. Akame's sister's sword is special, or cursed, depending on who you are. If she kills you with it, she can control you. So if you die to it, it's cursed, but if you kill with it, it's special. See, that's all about perspective. And somehow she killed Drybone's massive dad with it. Don't ask me how, she just did. And she's still less edgy than Akame. It's not plot relevant, I just thought I'd bring it up. I'm pretty sure Akame's sister is a yandere too, because she's controlling her boyfriend from childhood, which is one way to keep someone loyal. Why does it have no bones and yet still have bones? And it speaks very quietly. It's giving him negative reinforcement. He's going for the psychological warfare. Akame's sister, her name's Korome, I just didn't mention it. Her sword is a huge cock block to Akame, because Akame's sword can't kill dead things, because they're dead. Yet another reason why Korome is better than Akame. Akame is actually, alright, this is a good scene from Akame. She's actually having the best fight with bowls. It's really good. They're really evenly matched. They shouldn't be. Akame should wipe the floor with him, but it's good to watch. It's like a sporting rivalry. There's so much respect between the two of them. I don't know why I'm bringing it up. I just find it interesting. Tatsumi is getting his ass whooped by the red ghost thing until the red ghost thing sees his old chief, and he can't believe it's him. He watched him die. He's like, I saw you die. I watched you die, chief. And that's because it isn't him. It's Chelsea in disguise. That was just rude. Somehow Wave is still alive. He's in a different he's like 3 counties from where he started, but he's still alive. Lerna then breaks Bowl's gun, and so now he's like effectively useless, and there's only one thing he can do. Attempt suicide! It didn't work well. He's still alive. So is everyone he tried to kill. All round a pretty bad job. Ain't no way did that shield block an explosion the size of an atomic blast. That's just stupid. Bowles escapes. He like runs off. He's like, well, I don't have my flamethrower no more. I'm basically useless. Then he sees this little girl crying by a tree. So he goes over. She's like, what's wrong? And she's like, I'm hurt, my knee. So he starts helping her. And then all of a sudden she kills him. Because it wasn't actually a little girl. It was Chelsea, disguised as a girl from a village he burned down like 1 billion years ago. But all I'm saying is, it was his job. Like, it's not, the Empire sent him in to do it, so he went and did it. Like, he has a family to feed. What was he supposed to do? Become unemployed? In this economy? No thank you. And then Chelsea gets killed because she fucking deserves it. But not yet. We still have some plot to go. I just spoiled it. Shut up. She goes over to Korome disguised as Bowles and then swindles him. Her? Him? Her. Yeah, her. Kurome doesn't approve being swindled. Chelsea does the logical thing and legs it, but that ain't gonna work. Like at all. They have a gun. You can't outrun a gun, or a bullet for that matter. This scene was actually so sad when I first watched it, but I like the villains more, so fuck this scene, I don't care. I simply don't understand. They have missiles, guns, and all sorts of modern weapons. So why in God's good name does everyone use a sword and no one use a shield or a gun? Why are guns reserved for main characters and grunts? There's no, like, side characters who use it. Main character or guard who's about to be slaughtered. Now she has an ICBM. Why? Where? How? Oh yeah, saw you lost. And she was a really good character, and I really liked her, and now she does what Bowles failed to do. She kills herself. By doing this, she kills infinitely more people than Bowles did with his attempted suicide. Hot take, Soyu's death is the saddest one in the anime, and I will not allow anyone to fight me on this. I'm right, she fucking deserved better. Tatsumi and Love were then snuck into the Imperial Palace by some noble lady. But of course, they were expected by the gremlin from earlier. He put some high explosive humans in the room they were trying to get into, and then he blows them up. No one else in the palace notices the explosions or the ensuing battle, except this hunk. The gremlin boy from earlier is part Enderman. I'm not going to explain why he's part Enderman, he just is. The noble girl from earlier, she like grabs Lubbock when he's fighting the like gremlin, and she's like, kill him now! And then the gremlin just like cuts her throat. He's like, what the fuck are you getting in the way? Like, she was there to help the gremlin all along, and he killed her. But she didn't die. She stands right back up, and then stabs Lubbock in the back. Like, he just tried to kill you, and you're still helping him. This is why you stay away from rich girls. They're all crazy. Just stay the fuck away from them. Then she actually dies from blood loss, because like, she had her throat cut, you know. It was always going to happen. She wasn't going to live. Anyway, the gremlin then decides, like, he's going to launch Lubbock into the Shadow Realm. But as he's going through, he attaches this god string, I think he calls it, to the gremlin and drags him in. And the gremlin's like, I don't want to spend my life in the fucking Shadow Realm. So he reopens the portal. They both come out of the portal, but somehow he really messed up the coordinates he was TPing to, because he ends up about 1 kilometer in the sky, and parachutes don't exist yet, so they both fall to their death. The minister is absolutely fucking devastated, because the gremlin was his son. He cries for about 8 seconds. This man has work to do. He ain't got time for emotions. Oh yeah, the hunk captured Tatsumi. In prison, Esdeath offers him one last chance to join her. She's like, I don't want to know where your friends are. I don't want you to fight them. I just want you by my side. And he fumbles it again! Yeah, so now she's executing him, because even she's like, yeah, this just ain't gonna work. But before she can kill him, Night Raid arrives. Oh yeah, Tatsumi is basically us at this point. He's just spectating the fight. He's not doing nothing. He watches Mines kill that hunk from earlier, and then he watches her start to die. The boss orders everyone to retreat, except Sue. He has to stay behind to get fucked by Esdeath. It should have been me, not him! The boss is fully ready to give, like, all of her life force to Sue, to maybe slow Esdeath down. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna make you as powerful as you can be, and you're still not gonna be able to stop her. So yeah, they all run away. Sue is left to get fucked. Esdeath fucks him. We don't actually get to see the fight. We have to watch Mines die instead. Boring! Tatsumi carries Mines away from the battlefield into like this forest area. I don't know. It's a forest. And then she finishes dying here. It's not really sad at all. I did not care for her and Tatsumi and her romance. Like, it was forced. It just should have been him and Esdeath. The mood in the Night Raid base could charitably be described as frosty. Mines is dead and Tatsumi is sad. No one else is. Sue is dead and the boss is devastated. No one else is. The mood in the Jaeger base is not much better. Wave and Korome are both sad, so the mood is 66% frosty. Esdeath is nuts, so she doesn't count. Korome then, she's dying, like, I can't remember why, it doesn't matter. So she issues a challenge to Akame. She somehow sends this challenge, there's like a public execution, and she does something to the corpses, and Akame's like, I've been challenged. I don't know how she knows. Tatsumi doesn't know how she knows. I doubt Akame knows how she knows. I think she's like on drugs or something. I was expecting a 1v1, but Korome is using what's left of her puppets, which is kind of cheating, but I'll allow it. In the middle of their fight, a danger beast appears, and then they both have to team up and fight this thing, and Akame has the chance to kill Korome more than once, but chooses not to until the danger beast is dead. And then she gets another chance to kill her, but Wave stops it. This was supposed to be a 1v1. And then Tatsumi stops Wave from stopping their fight, and I'm just like, you were hiding in the bushes when this danger beast was attacking them. What the fuck? You're supposed to be Akame's friend. Anyway, yeah, Akame and Korome finally get to have their 1v1, and it's over in a flash. Akame wins, obviously. The show's named after her. What did you expect? The revolution has begun! So the big, I say big, it's mid-sized. So the mid-sized rebel army attacks the capital. And the entire attack is a distraction. All of them could die without gaining 1 yard of ground, and it would still be considered a win. The real battle has the main characters in it, would you believe? Basically, they're gonna sneak through the Imperial Palace, kill the Emperor and the Minister, and then win the war, like how Palpatine's death ended the Empire in Star Wars. What's left of Night Raid sneaks into the capital, but they get stopped by this guy. He was in the Jaegers. I completely forgot he existed because he hasn't done anything so far. And now somehow he's holding his own against Leona, Akame, and Tatsumi. Like, he should be just fucked. He should die. I say that. Leona starts fending him off by herself and then sends the other two ahead to kill the minister. And they get like a decent shot to kill him, but he has an Imperial arms that is entirely defense focused, because of course he does. And the Emperor has a Gundam. I don't know where this came from or how it was hidden, but he has one. Apparently the people in this world thought his Gundam suit was only a myth, and it's actually the most powerful Imperial arms there is, but only a descendant of the Emperor who made all the Imperial arms can use it. It looks like some shit from Overlord. Which came out first, Akame ga Kill or Overlord? Okay, Akame ga Kill came out 4 years before Overlord. Overlord is just an Akame ga Kill ripoff, don't at me. The Emperor's destroying his own city with this thing, but who really cares? There's no season 2, so it don't really matter. He can do what he wants. Wave! He's seen the error in his ways, but he did save Tatsumi, so in my book, he's still a bad guy. I've only just realized this entire episode is just 2 grown men in suits fighting a child in a bigger suit. Bro makes one last appearance. The best boy is back! He tells Tatsumi to never give up and give it everything. Now Tatsumi's suit is gold. He knocks the Emperor off his feet with the world's greatest uppercut. And Tatsumi's still alive. I don't understand how. He's about 5'4", and the Emperor's about 5.4 kilometers. Anyway, this uppercut sends the Emperor falling, and even though he's destroyed half the city, he's about to land on the other half, so Tatsumi tries to stop him. He tries to catch him, and like, how was that gonna fucking work? He crushes about a quarter of the city before Tatsumi can slow his falling body enough. And Tatsumi obviously dies. He just caught something the size of the Great Wall of China. What did he think was gonna happen? After the Emperor's suit, like, fails, all the Imperial people, they basically accept that the war's over and the revolution has won. Except his death! Let's go! However, Tatsumi's death has led her to question her entire worldview. It used to be weaklings die, big deal. And now it's like, why did this weakling die? I liked him! I said her worldview had changed, but I didn't say it had changed much. She then destroys what's left of the capital after the Emperor was finished with it. Also, she can create an arena for her and Akame to fight in. Alright, this episode is entirely Esdeath versus Akame, and it's such a good fight. It is really, really good. The entire anime is built up to this, but there's not much to talk about. I highly recommend you watch this anime, or you watch this fight on YouTube. It will be there somewhere. But because there's nothing to talk about, I will briefly summarize. Akame uses a trump card, which is cutting herself with a sword and not dying from the curse. It gives her, like, way more power, and she becomes way more powerful, obviously. More power, more power. What am I talking about? When she was cutting herself and being like, the curse hurts, like she was sat still, Esdeath could have killed her but chose not to. Just saying. Anyway, with this newfound power, she manages to cut Esdeath's arm, killing her. Except no! Esdeath cuts her own arm off to stop herself from dying. Anyway, now Akame is actually going to kill Esdeath, but Esdeath uses her trump card, which is to freeze all of space and time. A little OP, but we'll move with it, I guess? However, this time it freezes all of space and time except Akame, so Akame is able to get the jump on Esdeath and attacks her from above. But this time, instead of cutting Esdeath's arm, she cuts her entire torso. And I'm no biologist, but it's pretty hard to cut your own torso off and survive. That's kind of where all your squishy bits are. Now, Esdeath is smart like me. She knows she can't cut her entire torso off, so she walks over to Tatsumi's body, freezes the two of them in a block of ice, and then destroys the block of ice, vaporizing their bodies. So the revolution has won. Leona kills the minister, but before she can kill him, she gets shot. And I'm pretty sure she's the only person in the entire anime to get killed by a gun, even though the minister emptied his entire clip on her. She don't die straight away, and she even has the strength, well, rage left in her to beat the Emperor to death with her bare hands. Not her, like, meaty animal hands, since the minister, using his Imperial arms, destroyed her Imperial arms. So now she can't go all, like, bear mode on them. She has to kill them with her human hands while bleeding out from multiple gun wounds. Leona then says goodbye to Akame and runs off into the city to die alone. This is also a really, really sad death, because she deserved so much better. She died alone in an alleyway. And now the Emperor, he getting executed in front of a screaming crowd. Like, he's 8 years old. He didn't deserve this. He was just, like, manipulated the entire anime. This is a sad death as well. So out of all the main characters, only 2 of them are still alive. This anime has literally no chill. And these 2, they didn't even get happy endings. The boss gave most of her lifespan to Sue. So she's like, yeah, I've probably got, like, 4 years left in me before I die. So she's sad because she's gonna die soon. Akame has to leave and offers to take all the blame for all the Revolutionary Army's despair. Whatever that means. So in the end, everyone is dead, about to die, or extremely unhappy. And that's Akame ga Kill! I just want to really quickly mention the fan art. It's all amazing. Most of it is Akame and Esdeath, and then in 3rd place is Chelsea, and then everyone else gets like the same amount of love. Even the villains get a lot of love. I want to mention the fan fiction as well. I'm not going to research this. I'm just going to go off what I remember from years ago when I first watched Akame ga Kill. But from what I remember, all the fan fiction was Esdeath x Tatsumi, a few Esdeath x Insert Yourself, a very small amount of Tatsumi x Chelsea and Tatsumi x Mines, and there wasn't really any others, but I mean, come on, Tatsumi x Esdeath. We didn't need any others. This was already perfect. It might be different now, but that's how I remember it. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Please subscribe. Tell your friends who like anime about the channel. That's super important. If you have friends who like anime, let them know, especially if you've made it this far. Leave a like, comment down below anything you want. Tell me how I can improve. Subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.